Their lineup, they've got some really class players. I think some of their fast bowlers play on wickets that traditionally don't probably suit fast bowlers, so coming over here they're going to be excited. So yeah, I'm sure they'll put up a great show.
Aaron Cadman will be staying with new GWS teammate Toby Green when he moves to Sydney. The 18-year-old from Western Victoria is embracing the title of number 1 AFL draft pick.
There's obviously that pressure with the number 1 pick, but I think that's just going to help me. I think I can turn that into some motivation and really crack down, and I think it's going to make me a better player.
And Tiger Woods has withdrawn from the upcoming Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas with a foot injury. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Penfield, pothole repair works on Penfield Road near Heathslip Road. Got a few road closures for the Adelaide 500 today, including Kettle Terrace, Bartels Road and Hutt Street. Pretty slow going around those areas. Avoid them if you can. Works at Hackney Road near Richmond Street, and we're slow going right now, Greenhill Road at Glen Osmond Road. Cameras, Glenburn Road, Burnside and Port Road, Adeldinga. Say yeah nah to Qatar and yes to Sportsbet, the easiest place to bet this World Cup. Download the Sportsbet app today. Gamble responsibly, 1-800-858-858. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast. Partly cloudy this afternoon, 21. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 24. Thursday sunny and 27 and Friday sunny and a top of 29. Right now it's 19 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
The SA schoolie stunt that goes horribly wrong. Hear from the teen at the centre of it all, his warning to others. A sex crime suspect arrested 34 years after a Western Suburbs attack. Airport firefighters to strike next week, how it could affect your holiday travel. And scam season, why you need to be on high alert this Christmas. I'm Kate Collins. See the full story on 9 News tonight at 6.
$13.95, Adelaide's 5AA. This is Jade Robran.
Welcome back to Afternoons. It's 6 minutes past 3 o'clock on this Tuesday afternoon. I've got a couple of tickets, a couple of family passes to the Adelaide Lightning game versus UC Capitals this Wednesday. If you'd like to head along, 8223 0055 is the number to call. Adelaide Lightning, experience roar of the WNBL game because Lightning is about to strike.
Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel. I stole a kiss at the turn of a mile, my curiosity running wild, cruising and playing the radio. With no particular place to go.
Welcome to the Motoring Show. We're joined by Paul Marriage from carexpert.com.au. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Great to have you on the program. And if anyone out there wants to talk cars, maybe you're buying, you're selling, 8223 0000 is the number to call. Paul, you will never believe what has happened in our household. So my car went into the crash repairers because it got stolen and damaged. So anyway, that is in there. And then yesterday, my husband's car got sideswiped, and so that goes in next week. I thought, what are the chances of that? Two of your cars in the crash repairers.
Well, I'm gonna make it even worse. We're doing a big ute test at the moment, and someone crashed into one of our cars in the city yesterday. So there you go.
Must be something in the water.
Yep.
Oh no! Was everyone all right?
Yes, they were fine, but the driver hit another car that then hit our car, and he claimed he sneezed. I don't think that was the case. But anyway.
Might have been on a telephone or something. Someone was distracted. Let's kick off with a couple of stories you've got on carexpert.com.au. BMW is suggesting you keep your old car for longer. Why is that?
Yeah, this is a fascinating one, and typically you don't hear car manufacturers telling you not to buy a new car. But
no.
they were at a sustainability forum recently, and one of their execs came out and said that if you really want to push sustainability, car companies need to look at retaining a vehicle but refreshing the interior. So in the future, when we're all driving electric vehicles potentially, where the hardware doesn't really need to be updated, what you can do is take your car into, BMW if you're driving a BMW, and they'll put in the latest version of the interior, but all of the hardware components beneath the skin stay the same. So it means you can effectively get that new car feeling without having to spend an arm and a leg and having to worry about selling your old car and eventually your old car ending up in landfill somewhere.
Not a bad idea. Or you could just go and buy a $5 bottle of that new car smell and just spray it everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's probably an easier solution, isn't it?
Might be cheaper for you. Let's talk to Andrew in Ridgehaven. Hi, Andrew.
G'day, guys. How you going?
Good.
I was just wondering if I could get an approximate recommendation of a price to sell a vehicle that I have. It's a Ford Territory, 2014. We're only the second owner. It's got a few extras, like a custom bull bar on the front. It's got the rear cage between the rear seat and the back area. Only done about 130,000 Ks, turbo diesel. Slight body mark near one of the guards where the wife accidentally just nudged a pole slightly. But the rest of the car is very straight and very good order.
Okay, so you probably missed the peak of the used car bubble. The used car prices are starting to really go down at the moment. What I'd recommend having a look at is the Red Book website, so redbook.com.au. What you can do in there is put in the details of your car and it'll give you an approximate price that a dealer is willing to pay for it as a trade-in and also an approximate price as a private sale. But given that you've got fairly low mileage, I think you're probably going to be at the higher end of that price band. So just check out redbook.com.au.
Redbook.com.au. Great. You're not interested in buying a used Ford Territory, are you?
With all these cars damaged, mate, there might be a buyer.
Well, that's a good point. I don't want to damage it anymore. I'll keep it away from you two.
Yeah, please do. Definitely keep it away from me. I do love how you've blamed it on your wife, though, Andrew. Is she at work and she can't hear, so you've just passed the buck?
No, it is the absolute truth. She was navigating a car park, and when she went to turn, she didn't realise there was a pole there, and she turned too sharply and just copped the, if you like, the flaring over the rear wheel to the door. So it is all her fault. She has accepted liability, and I'm dealing with her solicitor now. So,
well, at least you've got her on the record for saying it was her fault, so there won't be any disputes in the insurance companies.
Well, that was the first and probably last time anyway. But anyway, thanks for your show. Bye.
Bye, Andrew. Have a great day. Volkswagen, the CEO says autonomous driving will be here by 2030. Do you think so?
By the way, I just love the diplomatic choice of words there. Navigating and bump. I have to learn these things.
Hey, we've all been there, let's be honest.
Yep. So look, 2030, Volkswagen reckons that's when autonomous driving will be more of a thing. And what they're saying is that it's going to be less of a thing in passenger cars and more of a thing in commercial vehicles and also ride-sharing as well. So the concept is that you'll be able to call the ride-sharing vehicle and it will turn up without anybody in it, and it will do those short trips to the city or to wherever you're going. And that in the future, they're going to be looking at things like commercial vehicles doing deliveries, like your Australia Post type thing, where it will turn up to your house with the packages. You go out, collect the package, and away you go, and that will all be driverless. So 2030 isn't very long away, and I don't see it happening, but it is good to see that there is somebody actually working on something like this.
We're going to be the Jetsons before we know it, aren't we?
Yes, but look, I don't know. I'm in two minds about it. I look at some of the videos of all the Tesla self-driving stuff, and typically it doesn't work very well, and it's impossible with other people on the road. You can't predict what a human is going to do. So a computer will only ever work to a set of variables, and even with artificial intelligence, you're always limited by working around other humans, and that, I think, is the ultimate Achilles heel of autonomous driving.
Agree. I'm not ready for it yet. Kim has sent us through a text message and says, I've got 60K to spend on a new car. I only travel about 3.5 clicks a day. What would you suggest?
Wow, that is a very short distance.
Walk, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, spend 60 grand on a nice holiday. Look, if you definitely need a car, I think for that type of short distance, this is where something like an electric vehicle will actually work for someone. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the situation is there in terms of the garage at home, whether there is a garage at all. But if you do have a garage and you're able to install a charger, an electric vehicle isn't a bad choice at the moment. The government is now rolling out, especially if you can get it through your employer, the government's rolling out the FBT exemptions and a number of incentives for people to go down the path of EVs. 60 grand will get you a very nice Tesla, or if you do want to save a bit of money, you can get yourself a BYD Atto 3, which is a Chinese brand, and they're around that $40,000 mark, and that is a really good option as well.
I thought Teslas were super expensive.
Well, they start at around $59,000, $60,000. So now that there's such a huge rush of them coming to Australia, they've flooded the used car market, and there's a lot of them on there that are pretty cheap. So, they're not as expensive as they used to be.
Oh, there you go. I don't know how to pronounce this. Rowevs or Roves, electric Hilux and Ranger conversions release their pricing and details.
Yeah, I think this is really interesting. So what they're saying is that if you have a Hilux or a Ranger, instead of just getting rid of it and saying sayonara to it, you can actually convert it to an electric vehicle now. And if you're up for $10,000 for a new engine or some other major mechanical work, going to an EV in this dual cab ute segment is going to cost you between $40,000 and $50,000, depending on which sort of variant you go for. But with all of the incentives that the government will start rolling out soon, especially in the commercial segment, it's actually not a bad idea. So if you don't need all the bells and whistles, it's definitely something I'd be looking at. And I think it's just a clever way to stop, again, these vehicles just going to landfill. That there is no reason something like a dual cab ute, which is designed primarily to haul things around, needs to be updated every 2 years. At the moment, I think a lot of people update them to take advantage of tax savings, but you don't necessarily need to be doing that.
Got a message here from a gentleman by the name of Leon. He wants to know what you think of the BMW iX3 electric.
Well, I'm a big fan of it. So the thing I love about the iX3 is that it looks exactly like a normal BMW X3, and beneath the skin it's full electric. BMW has gone down a very odd path with some of its designs, and some people don't love the way they look. Whereas with the iX3, you can't really tell it's an electric vehicle at all. So it's a fantastic car to drive. The other one I'd be looking at as well is the iX1s. They've just released that as well. That's a full electric version of the X1. So I'd be having a look at both of those. They're both really nice cars to drive.
Is the iX1, I reckon I saw it in a car park the other day. It's got a really big front on it.
You're thinking of the iX. That is, it has this enormous mouth on it, and it is a very strange-looking car.
Yeah,
it's
it looks
growing
like it's
on
going to
me.
eat you.
Yes, exactly. It's growing on me, but some people don't really like it. And the fun fact about that big grille, it's actually self-healing. So it means if you do get a stone chip and a scratch on it, you apply some heat to it, and it closes over the scratch, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's this new technology they're trialling on that car, so it's pretty cool.
That's super cool. Just got a message back. How much is the iX3 electric SUV?
So it's around $120,000. So it is a little expensive. So you're going to be paying for that privilege. But the iX1 is around the $70,000 mark instead. Similar size and, from memory, better driving range as well.
We're going to take a really short break. If you would like to talk cars with Paul Marrick from carexpert.com.au, whether you're eyeing off a new one, second-hand one, or want to talk classics or electrics, 8223 is the number to give us a buzz on, or flick us through a text message, 0448 08 1395.
It's a New York Times #1 bestseller, and together with Event Cinemas, FIVEAA has your tickets to an exclusive screening of A Man Called Otto.
Otto? O-T-T-O.
A Man Called Otto is a heartwarming story of how some families come together from the most unexpected places. Keep listening to your favourite FIVEAA programs for your chance to be there. Or for another chance to win, visit the FIVEAA win page. A Man Called Otto, starring Tom Hanks, in cinemas January 1.
There's naughty or nice, stunning and stylish, or tasty and tasteful. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm Brett Charlesworth, and they're just 3 of the eye-popping Christmas gifts we make for you at Charlesworth Nuts. They're all overflowing with our amazing nuts and chocolates, and made with great pride by our talented South Aussie team. With 100 different gift boxes, packs and hampers, there is literally something for everyone. You simply can't go wrong. 11 family-owned stores or shop online. Why Charlesworth? Because fresh nuts taste better.
Hi, I'm Mitch McCarron, captain of the Adelaide 36ers. This season, we're partnering with the Hospital Research Foundation to promote better health and well-being in the community. Basketball is a high-pressure game, and you need your focus. Without a good night's sleep, that won't come easy. Aim for 8 hours of quality sleep each night and watch how your memory, focus, and attention improve the next day. A healthy living tip from the Adelaide 36ers and the Hospital Research Foundation Group. Together, fight.
When you're putting food together, whether it's a spice-packed curry or a delicious charcuterie, you can count on your pals for a pairing at Parafield Airport Liquor Store. With their huge range, there's something for everyone, and you know it's good because Sam and Jamie have tasted every drop that's made it onto the shelf. Wow, that is tough work, guys. They know flavour intimately and can share tried and tested advice. Whether it's what's wine to match with dinner or the gin botanicals to elevate your cocktails, anything at all. And if there's ever something hard to find that you're trying to get your hands on, talk to your pals. It's their specialty. They have a knack for finding incredible small and artisan producers to stock, from boutique wineries to distilleries and craft breweries. So next time you're after a good drop, there's no excuse not to visit your pals online at palsliquor.com.au or at Parafield Airport Liquor Store next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road in Parafield. Drink responsibly.
Why haven't you heard of a grand utility vehicle until now? Introducing the 8-seat Kia Carnival. With a bold and modern SUV-inspired design, class-leading tech and advanced safety features. Don't compromise on space, comfort and style. We didn't just make an 8-seat family car. We made a grand utility vehicle. Book a test drive and experience the thrill of the Kia Carnival GUV.
Kia, movement that inspires.
What are your kids doing this summer?
They're enrolled in backswim.
It's not just swimming lessons, it's water safety.
They learn to keep themselves and others safe.
Never know when you need it.
Visit the VaxSwim website today for more information and to enrol.
Introducing Toshiba's Rowey air conditioner. It's whisper quiet, comes with a 7-year warranty and an elegant interchangeable textile fabric cover to match the colour and style of your own home. Rowey by Toshiba. Call 13-COOL. Feel the change.
Road trips, adventures, winding roads and long straights. All the good times we spend behind the wheel. It's important through all of them you stay protected. Mobile Synergy Fuels protects your engine from the first fill. Mobile Synergy Fuels. Engine protection sorted.
$13.95, Adelaide's FIVEAA. This is Jade Robran.
Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel.
Welcome back to the Motoring Show. We're talking with Paul Marich from carexpert.com.au. Paul, we've got Mike on the line. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Jade. How you doing?
Good,
Hi, Paul.
buddy. Far away.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm just wondering, we've ordered a RAV4 hybrid cruiser October last year, and I was just wondering if you heard of any updates on the delivery for the RAVs.
Golly, October last year?
Yeah.
What are they telling you?
They said now if you order one now, it'll be a 2-year wait.
Yeah, look, that's all unfortunately correct. Every month or so, Toyota is coming out with a press release about how they're reducing production capacity, and it is making these orders bank up a lot. One thing I would ask of you, and the unfortunate part is that it all depends on the dealer. So each dealer has their own allocation, and that means that they all manage their own process. But just make sure and get in touch with your dealer to make sure that you are getting the updated version. So the RAV4 was recently updated with extra safety equipment and extra features. So when your car does arrive, just ask them to make sure that it is the updated one. Because the last thing you want is to get the last car they build in the previous configuration, which makes your car out of date immediately. So I'd be getting in touch with the dealer. You shouldn't be too far off. The RAV4 Cruiser Hybrid is the most popular one, and then depending on the colour you've gone for as well, some of those are even more popular too. But I think you're now over that 1-year mark. It really shouldn't be that far away.
Yeah, well, I did check with them the other week, and they reckon it could be March next year.
Unbelievable. That is absolutely crazy. Look, the only consolation I can give you is that a lot of people are dropping their orders at the moment with interest rates going up. People are sort of moving to the used car market and cancelling new car orders. I would also maybe ask your dealer as well, if another order is cancelled that's perhaps a different colour, that they get in touch with you anyway, because you might be able to snap up that order instead.
Yeah, I know when we signed up last year in October, there was a black one there. I didn't want a black one, but they'd done like 10,000. It was a demo car, so and they were asking 58 for it, and brand new ones were ordering like 52. But they sold it, so people don't want to wait for them, so they'll pay.
Yeah, look, that's the problem. Unfortunately, the dealers are kind of having a field day at the moment, but that will all end pretty soon because now that used cars are going down in price, people are going to shift back to the used car market, and some of the prices that dealers are charging for those new cars won't sort of keep going. So, look, given how long you've waited, I'd stick in there and just hope that someone cancels an order so that you can jump the queue a little bit. And also just make sure that they are going to give you the new model instead of anything that's going to be outdated.
Squeaky wheel, just keep ringing them and pestering them. We've got Pete in Whites Valley on the line. Hello, Pete.
How g'day, guys? How you going?
Good.
We ordered our RAV4 16 months ago. We get it on next month in December, we've just been told. And the new update that the guys talking about there, they said that all started in August. So anything after August, because we've had to pay a little bit extra for the new updates and all that. But that's how long we've waited, 16 months.
That is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, look, hopefully you enjoyed it. It is an excellent car, and there is a reason it has such a long wait list. But I'm hoping it all arrives and you actually enjoy the thing.
Oh, we done well. We had a RAV4 normal, and we traded it in with and got COVID tax on the trade-in, and it wasn't a great deal to upgrade it. So my wife's very happy about her new car when she gets it.
When she gets it. Thank you so much. Everyone seems very patient. I don't know that I'd be that patient.
It is crazy, especially when you consider how many other cars there are on the market. Unfortunately, or fortunately for Toyota, the RAV4 hybrid is well and truly the best, and it is worth the wait. So hopefully those guys enjoy their cars when they arrive.
Yeah, for sure. We've got Denise on the line. Hi, Denise.
Yeah, hello. Thanks for taking my call. I've just got a question. The car's actually ordered. It's a VW, and it's sitting on the docks in Melbourne, came from Argentina, and it has to be fumigated. But that was 2 months ago, and we still don't know when it's going to actually arrive here.
Yes, I went through something similar about 6 months ago. I imported a car from the States and also had to have it fumigated. I do apologise to anyone listening that works at the docks, but it is the wild, wild west, and I got absolutely sent through the ringer in terms of processes, paperwork, having to pay cash payments for ridiculous things. So unfortunately at the moment there is a huge backlog at the docks of cars waiting to come in, and whenever customs or any of these guys see a car that potentially isn't good, the whole batch that it's with has to go through that fumigation process. So unfortunately there's not much you can do about it. So you just have to wait for it to come through and cross your fingers that they will get to it, because ultimately the longer it sits there, the less they can process through the actual customs area and the fumigation businesses. So I would hope that it means that they are going to start pushing them through shortly.
Okay, what sort of wait did you have to wait?
Well, I actually had to wait 3 months in total for mine. So I had a few sort of other issues, but yeah, look, I think you should be near to the end of that. Another idea, I don't know if you're only dealing with your dealer, but it could be worth actually just getting in touch with customs and just getting a better idea of what the backlogs are at the moment. They should have a better understanding.
Yeah, that has crossed my mind. Okay then, well, thanks for that information. Yeah, might be here for Christmas then.
Well, that'd be an elaborate Christmas present for yourself, but that would be very, very frustrating. Could Denise perhaps contact the dealer and say, well, have you got another one in stock or a different colour, and try what that, the advice you gave to our RAV4 friends?
Yeah, look, those days are gone. There's literally no stock. They have a queue out the door of people wanting cars, and they just don't have anything in stock. And the stuff they do have in stock, they're putting 5, 10, 20, 30% on top of the price because they know that people will pay for it.
Bloody hell. Okay. Lockie sent you a message. Can you please ask Paul, what do they do with the lithium batteries once they're done?
Good question. So it depends on the car. A lot of them are recycled, so you can reuse those batteries in other applications. It is expensive to recycle those batteries at the moment, so it isn't a good business, but it is something they definitely need to look at, because soon enough we're going to have a stack of EVs on the road that need batteries gone, and they need to have a proper industry in place to get rid of them safely.
Paul, thank you very much for joining us.
No dramas at all.
Thank you. That is Paul Marriage there, carexpert.com.au. And if you would like to have a look at any of those stories that we spoke about earlier in the program, you can jump onto their website, carexpert.com.au. We are going to take a short break. You can tune in on our live stream. That is all thanks to Foodland Supermarkets. On the other side, we're going to be talking Christmas shopping tips with Tammy Barton from My Budget. Of course, we all spend a little bit extra at this time of the year, Christmas lunch, presents, you know, people dropping in for a Chrissy drink and nibbles and things like that. Doesn't mean we have to blow the budget, though. Tammy's got some great tips, so stay tuned. I've also got a couple of tickets to give away. Family pass to Adelaide Lightning versus UC Capitals. It's on this Wednesday. If you'd like to head along, 8223 0055. Give Tammy a call. We've got 2 family passes to go along.
Christmas goes wild this year with Adelaide Zoo and Monarto Safari Park. Pick up a gift membership or wild animal experience like Lions 360, Land of the Lemurs and Giraffe Safari. Keep listening for more Christmas inspirations. Merry Christmas from 5AA.
Will retirement living suit you? You're invited to FIVEAA's free open home events to get a sneak peek of the lifestyle you could look forward to. Come along with family and friends. You can explore our communities, inspect our display homes, discover our social activities and chat with our friendly team. With 3 events across Adelaide on the 10th of December, take the first step and search FIVEAA Open Home today. RSVP is essential and COVID-safe practices apply.
Living in a bushfire risk area means danger is on your doorstep. The new Australian Fire Danger Rating System is your simplified survival tool. Its daily forecast tells you how dangerous a bushfire would be if it broke out and what you need to do to stay safe on moderate, high, extreme and catastrophic days. The new Australian Fire Danger Rating System. Learn to live by it at cfs.sa.gov.au.
Check your pockets for a $5 because that's all you need to pick up some fried gold from the Colonel. Yep, he's delivered again with the KFC's $4.95 double tenders burger. It's double the tenders, double the fun. 2 original tenders with a squirt of pepper mayo sauce plus crispy lettuce on a bun and all for under $5. If you've got a hankering for 11 of the finest herbs and spices on the planet, get to your nearest Kentucky Fried Chicken and get this in your belly. KFC's $4.95 double tenders burger, not everywhere and not forever. Pick up only at KFC.
Give the gift of live music this Christmas with tickets to the Red Hot Summer Tour 2023, starring Paul Kelly, I've done all the dumb things. Bernard Fanning, and I just want to wish you and Missy Higgins. Plus Mark Seymour, Vicar and Linda, Ian Moss and Troy Cassadaly at the magnificent Sattlersfield in the Barossa, January 22. Merry Christmas! It's the ultimate Christmas gift. For tickets, go to redhotsummertour.com.au.
Ritchie Brothers National End of Year Unreserved Auction, November 30 to December 1. Over 1,000 transport and construction items featuring a major fleet realignment from AR Logistics in Adelaide. Inspect on site, bid online, rbauction.com.au.
Hey tradies, is the stress of running a trade business doing...
Andy and Angela, why do you use radio advertising to promote the Lifestyle Tradie podcast?
The podcast and the membership is actually geared towards tradies.
And radio reaches them throughout the day in their cars and on site.
I notice you DIY the ads yourself.
I know I've got a yobbo voice, but it works well for us.
Fancy having your own breakfast show?
Well, I am an early riser.
Discover the unlimited ways to reach your audience at commercialradio.com.au. Radio Unlimited.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Kamarik. Efforts are being stepped up to make sure people in low-lying areas along the Murray are prepared for imminent flooding. Firefighters will take industrial action at major airports next Friday to draw attention to understaffing, which is putting passengers at risk. The Minister for Indigenous Affairs has delivered an emotional speech in Parliament in support of a voice to Parliament, and Australia will head into tomorrow's first Test match of the summer against the West Indies with the largely unchanged lineup. Partly cloudy this afternoon, 21. Currently it's 19 degrees. More news at 4 o'clock and as it happens on 5AA.
1395, Adelaide's 5AA. This is Jade Robran.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snow
just around the corner. A new research from Aussie Home Loans has found that 7 out of 10 Aussies are going to be cutting back on spending on holidays and also presents this Christmas. I tend to blow my budget when it comes to Christmas, I have to say. I get a little bit carried away, and I think it's because I need to write a list. I need to stick to a budget and write a list. With things being a little bit tight this year, as we spoke about earlier in the program, we've got some Christmas cost-saving tips so that you don't spiral into debt. Joining us is South Australia's own budget buster, Tammy Barton, founder and director. Oh, she's just dropped out. No, she's not. We will try and get her back very, very soon. But I want to ask you guys, what are some of the cost-saving tips? How are you shopping this Christmas, going into Christmas this year, tackling your Christmas list, your presents? Are you cutting back? Have you got a couple of tips and tricks that you can talk to us about? 8223 0000 is the number to call, and I've got some fantastic tickets to give away. You know that movie, Lyle Lyle Crocodile? We've got a preview screening on the 10th of December at Event Cinemas in Marion. So call in and let me know, how are you tackling your Christmas shopping this year? Have you got some budget-saving tips, or have you already done some shopping? What are some of the tricks that you found and discovered out there? 8223 0000 is the number to call. Tammy Barton, founder and director of My Budget. She is back with us. Tammy, great to have you on the program. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Jade.
So Christmas is, for most of us, a great time of the year, but it can be really daunting when it comes to planning, buying lunch, gifts, decorations, etc. What are some of your tips?
Well, my top tips would be, firstly, to make a list and plan your purchases, and most importantly, stick to it. So make a list of all the people that you have to buy presents for. And then my second tip would be to set a spending limit. So a spending limit per person. You may decide you want to spend more money, say, on your children than what you may on your nieces and nephews. And so once you've set that spending limit, just check it against your budget so that you know how much you can afford to spend at Christmas. And also think about shopping online, because you can save time and money. You can think about what you're going to buy ahead of time and perhaps get it online, which is really great at this time of year. I don't know if you've been out to the shops, but it can be a bit of a rush. And then stock up your pantry.
Yet. That's the thing, and I get caught impulse buying as well. So when you're sticking behind the computer, you're okay. No, I'm not going to be tempted by that.
That's right, especially if you've got a list and you think, okay, well, this is what I'd like to buy for this person. You can just go straight online and perhaps even find a sale, and that's the idea. The ideal scenario is that you find something that's on sale online and you get it delivered for free, and then it just saves all that stress. My other tip would be to stock up your pantry. Now we're a month away from Christmas, so look for those non-perishable items that are on sale. Every Wednesday, Coles and Woolies have their catalogues that come out. They have their 50% off items. And there are things that you might be able to pick up now, like packets of chips or even frozen goods that you can put away for Christmas so that you're not impacting your budget leading right into that week before Christmas. And then, of course, the best tip of all is to share the load on Christmas Day. So if you're hosting Christmas, ask everybody to bring a plate or two along so that the burden doesn't just sit with you, not only because it's a stress hosting Christmas as it is, and you also don't want to have to bear the full cost of the day on your own either. Or if you're going to someone else's house, offer to bring something along too so that they don't have that burden on top of them.
I think that's a really important one, because a lot of people take it all on board and do it all themselves. And now times have definitely changed, and it's okay to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, I would love you to help. If you could contribute, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, or even, like you say, contribute money, or, someone brings the salads or someone does the vegetables. It just makes a really big difference on the day to the person that is hosting, because, they've set up their house, they've probably spent a couple of days tidying up and vacuuming and it's even things like the bonbons and the paper plates and napkins and all of that. If someone can contribute by bringing those things along, it all makes a difference, and everybody is happy to help out and contribute. And I just think we shouldn't be afraid to ask, and we should definitely not be afraid to offer as well.
What I also love, table decorations can also cost a fortune, but you always want your table to look beautiful. A lot of trends at the moment is going into nature. Have you found that?
Oh, absolutely. And, you can get some things out of your backyard, cut off some beautiful things off gum trees and decorate your table. That doesn't cost you a thing. And they look absolutely stunning. I just love that. And they smell great too.
Can I ask you about credit cards? Because sometimes they can be the devil, but they've got fantastic reward systems if you use them properly. Is there an opportunity at this time of year to make your credit card work for you?
Look, you can absolutely make your credit card work for you. If you use your credit card, just ensure that you can afford the repayment, in January when the bill comes due. Now, if you think you can't, just avoid using the credit card because, quite honestly, the trade-off for the points is just not worth it if you know that there could be a chance that you can't afford the repayment. But if you can afford the repayment, then it can help you get through what is a tough time of year. And this year is going to be tougher than, previous years with all the rising cost of living and the rising cost of, and with interest rates going up all at the same time.
Talk to me about selling things in your home. You're a bit of a fan of that, aren't you?
Yes, I love that. If there's things that you don't use anymore, your kids' old Xbox that they just never play with and those types of things, this is a great time of year. Trampolines, I know people who have bought second-hand trampolines for their kids from Father Christmas.
Yes.
Well, sorry, I hope there's no kids listening. So that you can really save money and you can make money. So firstly, you could sell what you don't use anymore because I'm sure there's lots of people out there who might be looking for those things to buy for Christmas gifts. And then you can also save money by buying second-hand. And as I said, big ticket items like Xboxes and PlayStations and trampolines and swing sets, they don't have to be brand new. And most of the time, the kids wouldn't even know if they're new or not. And it's a great way to, save money and also make money.
Are you a believer in the Cyber Monday and the Black Friday sales to stock up and do your shopping now? I mean, it feels a little bit early, but why not?
I agree. Why not? If there's a sale and you know that you have to, or that you're planning on buying Christmas presents for, your family, your nieces, your nephews, friends' children, Secret Santa, why not? I say get on board. If you can save some money in the sales, let's do it. I know that I've stocked up quite a few Christmas presents already. I'm almost ready to go for Christmas because as things came on sale, particularly around Cyber Friday, I was able to, secure a few things online and I'm ready to go pretty much for Christmas because I've looked at the sales that have been happening over the last few months, but in particular the ones that have happened in the last week or so.
I also like one of your tips where you buy in bulk and then do the split with maybe a family member or a neighbour.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. Thanks for these great reminders, Jade.
Little prompts.
Absolutely. Particularly when it comes to, buying, paper plates and, food and that sort of thing. Splitting with your brothers and your sisters or your mum and your dad or whoever is a great opportunity to save money. And there's lots of different things that you can do that with, whether it be buying, wrapping paper in bulk. There's so many things that you can buy in bulk now. And we're running out of time now to use websites like AliExpress and that sort of thing. But that's another great way to buy in bulk and then split it amongst friends and families, and you can save a fortune.
Tammy, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me, Jade.
Lovely chatting as always. Tammy Barton, founder and director of My Budget. And if you'd like some budget tips, you can jump on their website, mybudget.com.au. I think there's also a temptation out there to use those buy now, pay later options, but you really do have to be very careful when you are spending and opting into those. We've got Gabby Ingerson, who's a financial counsellor with the Salvation Army. Gabby, thank you for your time. These can, they sound like a good idea in the moment, but they can get you into trouble, can't they?
Yeah, they definitely can. Hi, Jade. Thank you for having me. So in our service as financial counsellors, we're definitely seeing a huge increase in people using buy now, pay later products. and more recently, a lot of people resorting to buy now, pay later to pay for essentials such as groceries or children's needs.
How many people do you see get into trouble?
The numbers would be hard to define. We obviously can only sort of go on the number of people who reach out to us for support because they've got into a situation where there is that credit overcommitment and they're struggling to keep up with paying their creditors, paying the buy now, pay laters, but also their essential living expenses such as food or rent, or utility bills.
There's a lot of hidden costs caught in with those buy now, pay later, isn't there, that we're not always familiar with?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's sold as a product that there is for easy payments, but there is, a lot of other costs associated that can be associated with it. So late fees and sort of other just sort of sign-up fees or might be some monthly fees in there, that kind of thing. So yeah, it definitely can be something that can surprise you with the amount that you end up paying.
Gabby, thank you very much for joining us. Now, I'd love to hear from you out there. If you've been out Christmas shopping, what are some of your tips for shopping this Christmas to get prepared for the big day? What have you done in preparation? 8223 0000. I've got a couple of tickets to see Lyle Crocodile. We've got a preview screening on the 10th of December at Event Cinemas in Marion. Now, if you get these tickets, I promise you are going to be a hit in your household because it is one of the movies for the summer for kids to go along and see.
What was that? That is an ambulance. What was that? That was a car tire. What was that? I have no idea what that was.
New York City.
Did we just move here?
I think we did.
You think Josh is going to be okay? This is my crocodile, Lyle. Please take good care of him.
Josh, time to wake up. Come on. He's not dangerous. He's a crocodile.
He's just lonely like me. Hey, you awake yet?
He can't talk, but he can sing.
At the top of the world tonight, where no one ever has to hide.
Everybody get out of here! There's a crocodile in the house!
There is treasure you can find. Someone left behind.
This could not be happening. We have a crocodile living in our attic.
That was totally awesome.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and we've got 2 double passes to see Lyle Crocodile. So I've just jumped online, and on the advertiser, Guns N' Roses, they have just hit Adelaide. Are you going tonight? They're playing at the Adelaide Oval. Let's change change things up, shall we? What is the best concert you have seen here in Adelaide? 8223 0000. You'll go into the running to win those 2 tickets. 2 double passes to see Lyle Crocodile. 8223 0000. If you're going tonight too, I'd love to hear from you. I'm not a massive fan of Guns N' Roses, but I tell you what, they are going to rock the house at Adelaide Oval tonight. It's going to be sensational. We'll be back soon.
Want to bake and flavour the perfect ham for Christmas Day? Dave has invited Barbecue Adelaide Weber Stores, Jeps Cross and Mile End to show us all how. Live on air, Wednesday, December 7th. We'll be taking calls too and answering questions on how to make your Christmas feast a real winner. Plus, one lucky listener will win the Weber Master Touch Plus kettle valued at $679. It's all thanks to Barbecue Adelaide Weber Stores, Jeps Cross and Mile End.
Here's your Christmas gift, all right? We've been listening to your hints.
What hints?
Mum, I can't do dinner. Got battery trouble. Mum, I got a flight. Go on, open it.
REA Road Service? Why would I? Well played, Mum. Well played.
With 24/7 call-outs and a host of great member benefits, REA Road Service is the perfect gift to keep your family moving. Search REA gift cards.
Keep on moving.
Only available to RAA road service holders. T's and C's apply. Available from RAA.
You might think having thousands of PALs is excessive, but that's not what the team at Parafield Airport Liquor Store think, because that's how many they have. Sure, they might be made up of over 200 gins, 300 craft beers, 500 whiskies from around the world, and over 2,000 wines. But they're some of the best pals you can have, and they're always looking for more. Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Pals, next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
At Drake's, we want everyone to share in the joy of Christmas. That's why we've dropped prices across a range of products to make Christmas more affordable. I'm here with Dee to see what Christmas goodies Drake's have in store for you right now.
Thanks, JP. We've got all your Christmas desserts in store, from traditional Christmas puddings to panettones, mince pies, fruitcakes, gingerbread and Christmas chockies, plus all the ingredients to make the Aussie favourite, the pavlova. And don't forget the bonbons. No matter what your favourite dessert is for Christmas, Drake's have them all in store now.
Thanks, Dee. Well, there you have it. Drake's really have all the ingredients for your Christmas.
There's taste bud titillations, decadent desires, and the presidential hamper. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm Brett Charlesworth, and they're just 3 of the mouth-watering Christmas gifts we make for you at Charlesworth Nuts. With 100 different gifts, from just $10 to $250, there is literally something for everyone. They're all beautifully handmade, they look stunning, and they're filled with the most amazing products. 11 family-owned stores or shop online. Why Charlesworth? Because fresh nuts taste better.
Get a read on local dining. Get a read on when the sun will be shining. Get a read on today with The Advertiser. And enjoy full digital access for only $1 a week for the first 12 weeks. Minimum cost $4. Search The Advertiser offer today. Conditions apply.
Introducing the Kia Cars of the Year. The Kia Cars of the Year. The fully electric Kia EV6, the Wheels Car of the Year, and the Drive Car of the Year, the Kia Sportage. To pick your side in this sibling rivalry, visit kia.com.au.
Kia, movement that inspires.
$13.95, Adelaide's FIVEAA. This is Jade Robran.
Welcome back to Afternoons. It is 8 minutes to 4 o'clock on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Are you heading into Adelaide Oval to watch Guns N' Roses rock the house tonight? I've asked you guys what's the best concert you've seen here in Adelaide. I've got a couple of messages coming through. Dire Straits in the 80s. I saw Elton John. He played on Adelaide Oval many, many moons ago. I was only, I don't know, teenager or something. I loved that. I thought that was Billy Joel and Elton John. That's right. The two played together, and that goes down as my all-time favourite. Charlie in Happy Valley, what's your favourite concert?
G'day, Jade. I saw Dire Straits at the Entertainment Centre in about '96, but about 4 or 5 years ago, I won tickets on FIVEAA to see Doobie Brothers, Santana and Russell Morris at Botanic Park.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to use it because my wife had passed away and I didn't really want to go alone. So I went there and tried to give them away. No one needed them. So I went in and got myself a beer and then stayed and enjoyed the show, and I'm glad I did.
Oh, good for you. I love hearing that, because that would have been really bloody tough, but sometimes you just got to push yourself a little bit.
Yeah. I rested my beer on the seat where she would have been, and I watched the people around me having a great time, and that actually cheered me up.
Oh, good for you. And I bet she was there in spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you. I love that, Charlie. Thanks for calling in. Would you like to go see Lyle Crocodile?
I'm not really sure what it is.
It is a movie for little people. Have you got some little people in your life?
No, I'd give it to someone else.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for calling in and sharing your story anyway. I really appreciate that. And we've got Faye on the line from Windsor Gardens. Hello, my friend.
G'day, my North Adelaide girlfriend. How you going?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm fine. Listen, the reason that I'm ringing in is because I wanted to talk about scams. On 2 occasions, I've caught them out. But what happened was on the 8th of December 2017, I mean, a lot of emphasis placed on phone and email and letter scams, but not enough on the devils that come to the front door.
Yes.
As it happened with me, I had someone that came, and it was when the National Broadband Network was starting out at the time, so 5 years ago, and they asked me about it. I questioned them, they questioned me, and all the rest of it. I rang a couple of friends of mine, one of whom suggested I should report it to the police, to which I did because the person had no official identification on their person. I rang FIVEAA that very same night because you don't know who could have or would have been, may have been affected in the community in the same way. And so I ask people to just take care, and especially if you're alone, keep your wire doors on the bar, as I did. I'm glad I did, because I would have had a different story otherwise. And more closer, I paid a recent phone bill, and then I got an email from my phone company, and I want to give them credit for where credit is due, although a friend of mine's looking into it anyway, just the same. And that was the fact that when I paid my phone bill, I got an email the next day saying that somebody had tried to get in onto my account, and I immediately rang them up the next day, and they admitted to me that it was they themselves. And can I mention the name?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
To Telstra, I'd just like to say thank you very much, and I told them that they needed to change the wording on their letters, so it didn't give people it doesn't give people the impression that someone's trying to do something that they shouldn't be. That's all. But beyond that, I thank you very much for your program, and I wish that we had have won that grand final, because you know what? If we had have won that grand final, our TV screens would have all been covered in red and white that whole day.
I know. Those final minutes, Faye. I hear you, beautiful person. Thank you very much for calling in. We've got to go. The sports guys have got a very special show coming up. They're in a beautiful location. So let's wrap things up and head straight over, I believe, in the Barossa somewhere. Thanks for your company this afternoon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Christmas feasts are covered with great SA produce. Look for the red Pick a Local, Pick SA sign at your local fruit and veg store to know you're supporting SA. Keep listening for more festive inspiration ideas. Merry Christmas.